Welcome, Wargamers, to another YouTube channel video. Today I'm going to be doing some unboxings of some Star Wars Legion, which is a game, as you all know, as you may have seen a video of me doing a look at the Star Wars Legion Skirmish, that I'm very fond of at the moment. Nowhere near as much as SPG just yet, but not a million miles away. I'm growing very fond of it, and there will be a battle report of Legion I'll be playing on Friday, and these guys will probably be involved. I will apologise in advance, they may or may not be fully painted, which is usually a standard that we like to set on the channel, but content all the same. So let's start off with the Wookiee Warriors. We'll save Chewie, that's the more exciting one. So we'll go off with the Wookiee Warriors, who are a unit expansion for the game, which, if anybody knows about Legion, they have different sort of roles in the game. A unit expansion is basically just warriors. So it is the classic Fantasy Flight, just in a little goodie bag kind of thing. Just get your base in there. It's no sprues. It is all just pushed together, kind of. No glue needed except to the base. And then you get your simple assembly guide, how to put them together, but it should be kind of obvious exactly what you get in there, and then just credits on the back is what that is. So that's all there is on that leaflet. So how many do you get? 4 Wookiees. 4 Wookiees, which are all, which one's the commander? So in Legion you get a unit leader, so it'll be that one with the big sword. You get a unit leader that essentially leads the unit. He's the warband general, so that'll be this guy, and everything revolves around him, which is something I really enjoy about the game. It makes it flow really nicely, in that you can move, so say as the Wookiees, you can move all the Wookiees basically off the table, out the way, and then just map out your movement and everything from the main guy, from this guy. And do all your line of sight, your distance of movement, and all your range and everything just from him. So it makes it move a lot quicker. And this guy is huge, but he is pretty damn cool. He's got a massive curved sword up here. He's got a little pistol in his right hand there. He's got some sort of massive, what's the word, greave, kind of Egyptian looking kind of greave on his paw, on his arm, and then the classic sort of straps like Chewie has across there. He is pretty damn cool. The fur looks really awesome. I can't wait to paint it. It's going to be a super easy paint job, so maybe I can get it done in time. I've got a couple hours this morning. It is raining outside, so I'll see if I can get them sprayed, painted, and get something done on them. I'd quite like to. But one thing that Fantasy Flight, nearly said Final Fantasy again, can't do is eyes. They just leave big, massive holes where eyes should be, which on humans looks really creepy. But anyway, that's the unit leader. And then move on to this guy. Let's see what he's got. But that's how easy it is to clip them together as well. So this guy's got awesome, cannot remember what the word is for the weapon, but you'll see when I put them together, these awesome like scythes off his forearms there. Ready to slice up some Imperial scumbags. That is awesome. So obviously they all basically just look like Chewbacca because they're all Wookiees, but the weapon options look really, really darn cool. And I'll go over the rules of these guys. It's got their cards in here as well, which we'll have a quick look at. You can see the commander stands up. This guy's going to stand up. But you can see how easy kind of it would be, to stick them onto their bases as well. No real problems there. Same as putting these together. So what we got here? Another guy with a sword, and he's got a scythe forearmy thing as well. How's that going there? Not that way. That way. Oh. Yep, I'm going to snap him on camera as well. Let's have a look. How does the join work? Some of them are a little bit more irritating to put together than others, but once they are in, they do feel nice and secure, which is really nice. I hear that I do have the new Clone Wars set. I hear that the droids are an absolute pain in the backside to get together. I don't know whether they clip in like this or whether you have to glue the components. There we go, he's in. Or what, but yeah, apparently they're absolutely horrendous to put together, and this was the most difficult one I've had to put together so far out of all my Legion models. He's a bit more of a basic pose, less exciting, but he does have a sword and a sidey thing. So that's 3, and then we have one that looks like a bowcaster. And indeed, I think it is. So how this looks more complicated. Does that go in there? Must do, surely. No. It goes here. That side. Oh, this already looks cool. This already looks damn cool. Might get rid of this arm first, do the other one. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, there we go, that's better. And then this one in here. We'll push it in further later, but that is roughly where it goes and how it goes together. And this guy has the bowcaster crossbow thing that Chewie himself has. Obviously there's more Wookiees that have them as well. There we go. The end. Crossbow isn't quite sitting where I want it to. There's a big gap. Don't tell me that's kind of just how he sits. I don't want a big gap. Go in. Okay, this one's a bit of a pain. Trying to match up to oh, we'll get to that later. But yeah, you can see there's a gap. There's the back of this crossbow here and the rest of it along here. So I'm gonna have to try and push that back in together. But anyway, that's the four Wookiees that you get in this set, which are huge and awesome. So, as was standard with all Legion purchases and boxes, you get the little cardboard push-out tokens. So you get their rank, which is just that is a special troop, I believe, so they're not just a core troop. So you get a limited amount, like in 40k, of each type of troop. So you can have up to 6 core troops, 3 special troops, 2 supports and 1 heavy, something like that. So these are a special troop, so they are limited, so you can't just spam Wookiees, unfortunately. And then you get your suppression tokens, your aim tokens, dodge tokens, focus tokens, and wound tokens. So you need wounds for these ones because they each have multiple wounds. They indeed each have 3 wounds. So in a basic unit you get 3, so that is the leader plus the standard 2 Wookiees, so that's your normal unit, for 75 points. So they have a few special rules here as well. After you perform a move action, you may perform a free melee action. That's pretty powerful. And they are pretty good in combat. They get 2 black dice. They're the medium dice. White ones are rubbish, black are middle ground, and red are really powerful. Expert climber, do not roll defense dice or suffer wounds, so that's while climbing. During your rally step, roll red defense dice instead of white, so that is for the suppression. Yeah, getting rid of suppression. And you ignore the effects of difficult terrain, so that's pretty cool. So they, as standard, get the white defense dice, so the slightly worse ones. Well, they do have 3 wounds, and they do have to have 2 suppression tokens on them to lose an action. I'm assuming you all know how Legion works, or if not, you'll see in the battle that we do, and you'll pick it up. And then they have a whole bunch of upgrades that they can take down here, 5 different ones, which is awesome. Like I say, their Reek Blade, should be Reek Blade, I guess, because it's like Kashyyyk, Reek, is the 2 black dice, or they can have their Kashyyyk Pistol, which is a black and white dice. And they move 2, and they get surge to hit. which is pretty awesome, and there's just some cool fluff on the back. So that's their card. So upgrades, obviously they can take any of these upgrades that have like these kind of symbols on the back, but the ones that they kind of recommended come with, we'll do that one last, is tenacity while performing a melee attack if you are wounded, or if one or more of your minis have been defeated, add one red attack die to your attack pool. That's pretty good. For 4 points. While attacking a wounded trooper unit during the roll attack dice step, you may gain aim. So if you're getting aim plus the red dice, that is powerful. You can gain scout 1. Can't remember what that does off the top of my head. You can have frag grenades, and then the one that's most interesting is you can add this guy for 35 points. It's the bowcaster Wookiee. Get a red and a white dice. Like I said, the red dice is the most powerful one, and that increases your unit total to 4. Impact 1, so you can change. And if you're shooting something with armor, you can change one hit into a crit. Obviously, something with armor only crits affect it, and also you can cancel up to a block. One block result with it as well. So that is a pretty powerful weapon there. So that is the Wookiees. So now we will go into Chewbacca and see what he has to offer. So I'll move all this to the side, and it'll be the same idea again. So, Chewie, here he is a operative expansion. So you get commanders, operatives, and you go into your troop type ones. So there's 2 for heroes, and that is the commanders and operatives. So the commanders are the ones who are deemed to be the leader of your force, and operatives are like the helpers, kind of supporty type heroes. So get your standard goodie bags, and your little leaflet, and your base separate there. So his leaflet has his assembly. It does say this one needs super glue, but again they're all pushed together, so I don't think you need to. Here he is. Hi. Oh, there's a few bits going on here. Yeah, might need super glue actually. He's got some extra stuff going on. I won't assemble on camera. So we've got, classic strap across there. Other than that, it is a naked Wookiee. Does his face look any different? Like say the commander? I guess so. His chin is sort of less covered by hair. Yeah, he's got a less hairy face, more of a monkey's looking face. I guess that's the only real difference, just to identify him. And then he's got his classic bowcaster weapon there, and a few extra bits to go across his belt. So that is basically him. Nice and simple. It should be nice and simple to paint as well, just different blends of brown. So I'm actually quite looking forward to doing him. It'd be a nice quick model to tick off of the backlog. So once again, you get your pop-out cards. So you get your rank token for the game, suppression tokens, wound tokens, and all the rest of it. So let's have a look at his main card. So he is 110 points, so mid-range price. He has 9 wounds, that's pretty good. 2 to suppress him, white defense dice, and that's good, and he gets surge to crit. That's awesome. In range 4, while you have 4 or more wound tokens, treat your courage as underscore and gain charge. I'll have to look up exactly what that means, but charge is the same as what the Wookiees have on here, which is you get the if you perform a move action, you get a free melee action. So that's cool. Same as the expert climber. Guardian, I'll have to double check. Teamwork, so if you take him with Han Solo, if you're at range 1 to 2 of Han Solo, when your Han Solo gains an aim or dodge token, the other unit gains a token of the same type. So that's pretty cool. So they work together, and you ignore difficult terrain. But he has Guardian 3. That's definitely something to do with bodyguarding and getting 3 of that thing. So in combat he is damn powerful. He has overpower, which is 4 red dice. Like I said before, the red dice are the good ones, and his bowcast have 2 red and 2 white, which is better than the basic Wookiee bowcaster, which just has 1 red and 1 white, and it has a longer range. Oh no, it's the same range, 1 to 3. Yeah, so he is pretty powerful. Yeah, and he has the impact and pierce, the same as the bowcaster basic Wookiee has. So he is a damage dealer and he is a tank essentially, and he helps out the other heroes as well. So that is pretty damn cool. So let's have a look at the upgrades he can take. He can take 3 upgrades down the side here. So what have we got? We've got the Hunter one, like they had before, and the Tenacity one, and then Emergency Stims, which is quite handy in the game. And then as standard with heroes, you get command cards. So you get 3 of them. You get 1 1-pip, 1 2-pip, and 1 3-pip, as with standard with any hero. So we'll have a look at the 1-pip. So this is, if you have Chewbacca and Luke Skywalker, you could take it in your army, even if you don't have Luke, but what would be the point? After Chewbacca activates, if Luke Skywalker has a face-up order token, he may activate. After Luke Skywalker activates, if Chewbacca has a face-up order token, he may activate. Okay, cool. Very cool. And then 1 for him and Leia. While Leia Organa is performing a ranged attack, if Chewbacca is not engaged and has line of sight, 2 and is in at range 1 to 3 of the defender, add 1 of his ranged weapons to the attack pool. That's cool. So you just help out Leia shooting a bit, because she's not really a shooter, she's more of a commander. So that just makes her a little bit more powerful in that aspect. And then the one that I'll always be taking, because I'll pretty much always take it with Han, why wouldn't I? Notorious Scoundrels. Choose 1 on Han Solo's command cards in your discard pile, return that card to your hand. That's cool, so there's a Han Solo card that you can play which disrupts your opponent's command hand, but you have to discard yours as well. Whereas this way you can keep it and do it again, so that is awesome. So that is the unboxing of Chewbacca and the Wookiee Warriors. That's everything you get in them. Looking forward to using them on Friday, or face against them, either way. So yeah, so hopefully get them painted up in some hobby vlogs coming up in the not too distant future as well. I'll see what I can get done before Friday. But anyway, look out for them in the battle report. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe up the top here somewhere and check out the other videos down the bottom.